The movie kicked off with a dramatic scene as a massive Predator spaceship, emitting eerie green lights, crash-landed onto Earth, shaking the ground beneath it. In the cover of the pitch-black night, military officials, their faces etched with determination, concealed themselves amidst the rustling bushes. Their covert mission was shrouded in secrecy as they huddled together, plotting their attack on specific individuals. The nocturnal atmosphere was fraught with tension, and the air hung heavy with anticipation. All around, the world seemed to hold its breath as the officials silently prepared for their operation. Suddenly, a car, its headlights cutting through the darkness like a knife, pulled up to the scene. The harsh glare of the headlights revealed 3 figures emerging from the vehicle, their intentions murky at best. 2 of them were forcefully leading a terrified man away from the vehicle, their intentions menacingly clear. As the group moved further into the moonlit clearing, tension reached its zenith. Then, like a gunshot echoing through the still night, a military official fired a single shot at the man being dragged away. The deafening report of the gunshot shattered the eerie silence, and chaos erupted. Pandemonium reigned supreme as panic, fear, and confusion gripped the scene. Blood spilled onto the ground, adding a gruesome element to the unfolding drama. Conflict and strife erupted as individuals scrambled for safety, their hearts pounding with dread. The once quiet night had been irrevocably shattered, and the consequences of this fateful moment would ripple through the rest of the movie, forever altering the course of events. The setting shifted to a typical environment where people were engrossed in their everyday tasks and routines. Everyone carried on with their normal chores, going about their business. Amid this usual scene, a military man, Quinn McKenna, with a sense of suspicion concealed weapons beneath his clothing as he made his way into a shop. He approached the person at the counter, who happened to be the shop owner. Quinn McKenna requested that the shop owner deliver a bag to a specified address. Simultaneously, he discreetly dropped an enigmatic metallic object into a glass of wine and proceeded to consume it. The next scene took place at Lawrence Gordon Middle School, where students were focused on their studies. 2 boys were engaged in a game of chess, with a 3rd boy standing nearby, watching attentively. Unexpectedly, 2 mischievous students from outside the classroom rang the bell, causing everyone to leave the lab. However, one of the boys stayed behind. He developed a severe headache from the loud bell, struggled to feel okay, and eventually collapsed. A scene depicted a young boy making his way home from school. Along his route, he stumbled upon a barking dog whose noisy antics triggered another headache for him. Nevertheless, he managed to safely arrive home. Just as he reached his door, a knock resounded. Opening it, he was met by a postman. The narrative then transitioned to Johns Hopkins University in Maryland, where a group of men approached a female professor, requesting her company. Returning to the boy, he was engrossed in his homework when his mother suddenly appeared, bearing a plethora of gifts. She extended an offer, allowing him to select either a pirate mask or a Frankenstein mask. The boy declined, reasoning that his peers could still identify him even if he wore a mask. The scene transitioned to the United States Department of Veteran Affairs, a place where government officials often met behind closed doors to discuss matters shrouded in secrecy. In a dimly lit room, these officials gathered, their hushed voices creating an air of intrigue as they delved into their covert conversation. Each word spoken held immense weight, and the room itself seemed to absorb their hushed tones, safeguarding their classified information from prying ears. However, our attention soon shifted back to the young boy, a character whose life was about to take an unexpected turn. Earlier in the film, he had received a package from the friendly postman, a package that had filled him with anticipation and curiosity. This simple parcel held the promise of adventure, and the boy could hardly contain his excitement as he eagerly tore into it. Inside the package, he discovered a peculiar machine, a contraption that looked part robot and part gadget. Its strange appearance immediately captured his imagination, and his eyes widened with wonder. Clutched in his small hands, it felt like a treasure from another world, a mysterious device with untold capabilities. With trembling hands, the young boy retrieved a remote control that accompanied this enigmatic machine. He hesitated for just a moment, his young mind racing with questions and possibilities. Then, driven by curiosity and a child's boundless imagination, he gingerly pressed a button on the remote control. The machine sprang to life, its mechanical parts whirring and humming. Lights blinked and buttons illuminated, revealing an array of features that the boy had never seen before. He watched in awe as the contraption responded to his every command, its movements both captivating and mesmerizing. Little did he know that this newfound device would become the catalyst for a grand adventure. one that would intertwine with the secretive dealings of the Department of Veteran Affairs, setting the stage for a thrilling narrative that would captivate audiences until the very end. In a scene, some men and a female professor entered a biology lab. A scientist there warmly greeted the lady professor, mentioning that he had learned she had written a book about how animals change over time, called Evolutionary Biology. The lady professor was astonished when she spotted advanced alien technology in the lab. Her surprise grew when she realized the scientists were studying and working with an alien being known as a predator. They invited her to closely observe this creature, and she inquired why it was named a predator. The scientist explained that it earned its name because it possesses a unique skill, the ability to track and hunt its prey. Furthermore, the scientist disclosed that their purpose in the lab was to examine and study the genetic material, DNA, of this predator, aiming to understand its genetic makeup better. The scene suddenly took a dark and ominous turn when the predator, previously motionless and inert, sprang to life with sudden, menacing movements. Panic rippled through the ranks of the scientists in the lab, and an air of fear and apprehension enveloped the entire environment. As the predator came to life, it unleashed a flurry of terrifying attacks on the people within the lab, turning an already tense situation into one of sheer chaos and dread. With each passing moment, the peril escalated, casting an even deeper shadow of uncertainty over the unfortunate individuals who had found themselves face to face with this alien menace. The atmosphere grew increasingly dire, with no end to the unfolding nightmare in sight. While the boy was engrossed in playing with building blocks, he was startled when the metallic mask he had received in the mail began to emit blinking lights. At the same time, a military official rushed into the lab to help the people inside. Chaos erupted all around as the predator attempted to flee, and the lady professor fought valiantly to capture and halt its escape. Meanwhile, in a military van, prisoners engaged in a heated argument, leading to a physical altercation. Despite the efforts of the military officials to regain control, the prisoners managed to overpower them, taking control of the van and making a hasty getaway. The scene transitioned to a place where the prisoners were engaged in conversation and taking a moment to relax. Nearby, the lady professor lay unconscious on a bed, and they patiently awaited her awakening. When she finally stirred and regained consciousness, she hastily reached for a nearby gun, her instincts urging her to make a quick escape. However, her curiosity got the better of her as she entered a room filled with enigmatic objects and strange contraptions. This prompted her to pause and approach the situation cautiously. With a calm demeanor, she initiated a conversation with the prisoners, seeking to understand their intentions and motives. During this exchange, she shared the unsettling encounter with the predator in the lab and described the bizarre phenomena she had witnessed. This revelation opened the door to a discussion that could shed light on the mysteries surrounding their circumstances. As the boy diligently worked on his tasks, he suddenly heard peculiar sounds emanating from the metallic mask he had received earlier. His curiosity got the better of him, and he couldn't resist the urge to explore it further. Carefully, he placed the mask on his face, and to his astonishment, he began to see unusual and intriguing information about the alien known as the predator. It provided insights into how the predator was created and details about its genetic composition. With the mask, he could even scan the predator. Meanwhile, a military man arrived home, greeted by his wife. However, he was clearly distressed and in a rush, desperately searching for a metallic mask he had sent to their address. To his dismay, he couldn't locate it anywhere, causing his anxiety to intensify. Worried and filled with fear, he decided to track down his son, who had taken the mask with him. The scene then shifted to the boy, now wearing the metallic mask, walking down a street filled with people adorned in various themed masks, creating a striking and surreal sight. Wearing the powerful mask, the boy boldly entered the home of the bullies who tormented him at school. With the mask's incredible abilities, he unleashed its power, causing havoc and striking fear into everyone present. Using the mask, he confronted and defeated the bullies, prompting them to flee in terror. Meanwhile, the boy's parents were anxiously searching for him along a dark road. Exhausted and weary, the boy encountered a friendly dog along the way and began to play with it. Suddenly, a menacing group of alien predators emerged in the eerie, night surroundings, advancing toward the boy. Just in the nick of time, his father arrived, fiercely determined to protect his son. A fierce battle erupted between the family and the formidable alien force, setting the stage for a dramatic showdown. The primary focus of the predator's pursuit was undeniably the young boy donning the metallic mask. The relentless creature was on an unrelenting quest to locate the boy, who held something of great importance to the predator. In a dramatic turn of events, the boy's father valiantly stepped up to shield his son from harm, engaging in a fierce and harrowing battle against the predatory force. The entire scene was fraught with intense emotions, terror, and an unwavering determination to survive against all odds. As the conflict raged on, it became a desperate struggle for the boy, his father, and their allies. The clash between human resolve and the predatory menace was a terrifying spectacle, with each side fiercely vying for supremacy. Ultimately, through sheer grit and teamwork, the boy, his father, and their companions managed to reach the safety of a waiting military van. This hard-fought escape marked a pivotal moment in their ongoing battle for survival, offering a glimmer of hope amid the chaos and danger that surrounded them. The atmosphere shifted into a peaceful calm, with everyone taking a moment to relax and engage in lighthearted conversations, a stark contrast to the previous chaos and violence that had unfolded. The lady professor remained engrossed in her study of the evolutionary genetic makeup of the predator, diligently exploring its secrets. However, the tranquility was abruptly disrupted when voices echoed through the air, signaling the sudden appearance of the predator dog-like alien. Panicked reactions ensued as individuals scrambled to defend themselves, brandishing weapons. Yet, the lady professor intervened, persuading them not to harm the creature, as she sought to study this enigmatic predator in greater detail. Just as tensions began to simmer, a helicopter descended upon the scene, carrying a group of people who had urgent business. They approached the father of the young boy, requesting the device that the boy had been wearing on his arm. It was revealed that both the predator and its formidable force were on a mission to acquire the finest genetic material from the human race, fearing its extinction due to climate change. In a startling turn of events, they forcibly seized the boy and whisked him away on their helicopter, leaving a sense of uncertainty and concern lingering in the air. The mysteries surrounding the predator and its intentions deepened, setting the stage for a new chapter in this unfolding saga. A group of men took a boy to a spaceship and asked if he could open it. After some effort, the boy succeeded. Inside, he realized they had bad intentions and mentioned that his father would save him. They mocked his father, but his father suddenly appeared and rescued him. Later, a scary predator appeared, and a battle erupted. The predator placed a time bomb in the spaceship, which exploded. A fight between humans and the predator ensued. The predator wanted the boy's genetic DNA for evolution, but his father arrived and fought to protect him. After a tough fight, they managed to defeat the predator. The boy got a chance to work in a scientific lab with famous scientists, making his dad proud. His dad also regained his military position. Then, in the lab, a specimen in a pot started making dangerous sounds. The boy explained it was a predator killer. To fight against future attacks of aliens,